Okay, so now dashboards, prompts we are talking. Prompts, right? Okay, so we are near to presentation variable. Okay, so first thing, okay, when we are creating presentation variable, I think the last point was the presentation variable. So what we'll do, so now here I've taken a presentation variable value here, and now two things I need to discuss. So this is the text. So now I have created a prompt, and this prompt right now placed in this dashboard page, and whenever you select any value, so right now 10 and 20, so I just selected couple of values here. So automatically when you click, when you select a value, this value will be applied to your presentation variable. Wherever you use this presentation variable, and this will display or this will hold that particular value. Now where this, okay, how we can use this presentation variable. So right now what I am doing, I want to create, so this is what already we have discussed in every prompt, what are the values and how can use them. So now I have a requirement, and this we already discussed it. What I want to do, I want to create a report. So I think what is this report? Let me open HRDB report. In this report, what I want to do, I want to create a conditional formatting. Okay, and in case if salary is in between 1000 to 2000, or let's say up to 2000, I want to display in a red color, and if any salary above 2000, I want to display in a green color. So how to do conditional formatting here? Less than, now greater than. Okay, this is the conditional reporting I have. If I go here, if I refresh, you will see the same thing here. Okay, so this is the information we have. So now what I want this conditional formatting to be changed. So right now what is the condition I have given here? If salary is less than 2000 red color and greater than that I have selected something. So here we have not selected not equal to. I think let me make it equivalent. So now if I select 10, it is showing 20, 30. Why? We have selected not equal to, so that you can see in the filter. How this is coming here? So now it is showing the filter. How can we display this filter? Means how it is, means what is that component making this display to like this? Hmm? Filter only. Is that no? Is it filter or what? Filter means this. I will go and create a filter here. Right click the column. Or what is this? Prompt? No, prompt is this. What is this? From where it is coming? Condition. Condition only. I have selected condition. If I place any report, it will not show always. What is this called? No, if I place any report, will it show this every time? No, if see other reports are there, it's not showing anywhere. Huh? We have not enabled. Huh? So 50% answer is right. Means I see one word, but wrong word actually. What is this? I told you very importantly. This not. This is presentation variable. Whatever filters applied on a report, it is. So this is how questions comes. That's all. And not only practically also. I told you very important, because if you see any other report, it will not tell you what are the conditions you applied. Do you see anywhere here? But in this report, I can see what condition. See now, forget about that. I am confused here. See, when I select this, it is showing 10, 20, 30. Means why it is only showing 10, 20, 30? We are able to, I am able to confirm because this condition is not equal to 10. This we have put in a filter prompt. Everything is working fine, but it's showing me that way, which making me to see that actually. OBIEE is like this only. Every property is there, but only thing is you need to make it or explain it as soon as we. It is a view only, but what is that view? Huh? What if you go to any report? We have a lot of views. That's why if you practice, have you practiced every view here? No. If you practice that, you will come to know automatically. What is that view? Filters only. But you told filter, he told view. But filter means filter. View means view. But what is this actually? Enable. Did I enable? It is a view actually, not enable. So the kind of expected answer what I am expecting is, it is a filter view. It is not a view, it is not a filter, it is not anything. It is a filter view. I have added this filter view here. So that's why every point is important. When you put together, it will become a big picture actually. When you individually learning, you will not see a real benefit of every component actually. Okay. But when you really put together, it will. So now that makes me a lot of comfortable viewing of my report. there a filter only will take it easy. But now it is very important for me, because it will show me what are the filters applied on this particular report. Otherwise I will not understand what is there. I am selecting 10, it is showing 10, 20, 30. But nobody understands that why I select 10, but is because inside we have applied a filter this. So now because of that, so now where is that condition I have selected here? Not equal to I have selected here. So that's why now I'll say equal to. Have you practiced this? I'll tell you openly. Yesterday, whatever prompt we discussed, every line is important. Every line you will use in your files. Selecting, not selecting, all the options which you have seen. Okay. Equal to the operator choice list. This is anyway you know that. And we have seen SQL here. Why this choice list? What is this? What is this property? When we are displaying values in the prompt, what are the values you want to display? So why it is important? I have 20 years of data, but I want to show only 2 years of data only to customer. So we'll give only 2 values list only. If you see, maybe I have placed some mock-up reports in the project folder. If you develop that report in the markups, 80% of that work you will do in the prompts only. Okay, sometimes they will ask you this, sometimes they will ask you this. What is this actually? Every time when I go and create a report, we are seeing one value here. If I refresh it, what is that you see? Anytime I open a dashboard, maybe let me open this again. When I open this dashboard, it is automatically selecting only 10 value. Why? Why it is not selecting 20? Yeah, so we have made this, okay, to display a default value as 10. Where here? Okay, now all are fine. So now my requirement is that I am selecting all values. Fine, it is showing me the data. Everything, anything which is less than 2000, it is showing red. Anything greater than that, it is showing the green. Fine. But now my requirement is that I want to select what is the range for which I want to show the values in a red color. Means let me type here 0 and 2000 or less than 2000, anything you can choose. Okay, let me select, okay, value at 2000, or let me select a value, anything. You can give one type a value. If it is less than 2000, red color. If it is greater than 2000, if I type 3000 tomorrow, means I want a input here. If I type 2000, let it anything less than 2000 red color, anything greater than it is a green color. Tomorrow I want to change it 3000. So is it possible to change now? In the once I create a dashboard, can I change that red color 2000, 3000 that values? I cannot change, but I want that. So how can we do that? Yeah, where to provide a condition? So just think of it is a question. I want you to develop a report. I want a option here. If I select 2000, like this, 3000, everything less than 3000 should be in red. If I type 5,000, everything less than 5,000 should be red and remaining all white. So what is your solution? Prompts you finished, I believe. What you can do? I need a, first of all, I need a input value here. So how can I make an input value here? I want somebody to type a value. How can you give that facility? So you need to practice actually. Yesterday I gave some 50% of heads up. So you need to go and explore it. You don't wait for somebody because nothing, nobody will teach everything. When you even anywhere if you see, right, these are all solution basis. I'm trying to take some examples. Nobody will tell. People will give you a problem. It is like you don't know swimming, but I'll throw you in water. That's all. You need to swim on your own. That is how you learn it. Okay. So here also, this is my statement. You think about what you can do. If you think on your own, you will automatically come to know. I want a text box here. Is there any way I can give a text box here? Hmm? Text box. How can I give it? And you create a prompt, okay, and in that prompt you select an option. We already seen every option is there. I am expecting answer because it's the second time you are listening prompts. It's the first time I would have explained. I am just trying to test your knowledge actually, because this is how interviewer will test. So I am going to create one more prompt. When I create a prompt, it will ask you always for which column you want to create a prompt. But right now I want to create a prompt for nothing. I just want to create a prompt to type some value, that's all. I don't want, where you use I don't know. Whenever you want to create a prompt on a particular column and you want to use that value to that particular column, then you will select a column. But right now my requirement is I don't want to create, and two things are there. One is I want to create a prompt which will take the value, two values, 0 and 1000. If anything between 0 1000, okay, to display as a red. Remaining all should be in a different way. So two things you can learn here. So I am going to create one prompt and a salary, because this is how on this column only I am planning to create a prompt value, pass a supply a value. So once you give, I am giving a text field here. So then it will become a text field. So this will, I can type 0 or something. And at the same time, I also want to type 1000, means between 0 and 1000, between 2000, 3000. I want one more text box. What should I do now? Create one more prompt. But when I select this column and then type, it will say that column already exists. Means now what do you know? On one column, you cannot create two prompts at a time. But I want two values, salary 0 and this, 0 and this. So means I want to create prompt values for one column two times, it can be, or I want to create a prompt which will not be associated to any column. Just I want somebody to type it. What you use them, you don't know, or you know something. Okay, in that case, you can create a prompt. So this prompt, it is not meant for any column. This prompt I am not going to create for any column, but I will just, somebody will type it. Okay. So in that case, you can create a prompt. What is this type of prompt? Now I have selected variable prompt. It is not associated to any particular column. So then it will ask you, what is the name? So So user input, since I am asking user to type a value, text box only, these options, okay. So default text, okay, if you want to give any default text, okay, you can give it. It is a number, okay, I am giving default value as 0. Always it will show like this. Since I want one more prompt also, I am going to create one more variable prompt. Then here I will give a maximum value. So now I will save it. So now how many total prompts we have here? 3 prompts. So in that prompt we have added 3 columns. One is the department number, and it is not associated to any column. This is also not associated to any column. But if I want to know what is this value, how can I know this now? Let's say now I want to use this value, use them in report. So now you typed 0, you typed 2000, I want to use them here. What can I do? Yeah, you have assigned these values to variable. So let's go and see what those variables. And what is that coming? Let's go and see. In the text box, I am selecting so this you can use for your medium complex report. You tell me what report you just say sales or salary or anything. So you can use this example anywhere. So now I've typed 0. So 0. If I say 4,500 and 6,000. So whatever you type, these values are going to 2 variables. Now what I want to do from now here, I want to use these values. If any salary between this number and this number in red color. Okay, so remaining let it be white. So I am going to report. Is this report? This is. So previously I have done something else here. So now I am doing salary condition, total salary between, okay. So what I am doing, I am selecting, previously I was typing a value on my own because that is fixed. But this time I am selecting a presentation variable. What is that presentation variable? Min value. You just type it, it will automatically take anyway. And what is the default value? You can give some default value. Okay. Then add one more presentation variable. Okay, because this is a between. Okay. So again the second one, what is the presentation variable? Max value. Okay, it's a default value and that is a. Now I'll keep in a red color. So now the total salary I've taken for you to make understand total salary. You can, if you when you are talking in interview, say it as a total revenue. So total revenue between this and this, okay, then show it in a red, means something not good actually. Okay, and say okay. And I'm going to edit dashboard and so now 0 to 2000. Who are all there in 2000 range? And I'm selecting now 2000 to 5000. Say apply. You can see this is the 2000, this is 5000, and I have used these values over here. So this is the use of presentation variable. In the 10G it is not that easy because they have clearly classified. You have to do in a different way. So now maybe you can take one example. Let's say I have a requirement to see region wise total sales, but I want to display, take the input parameter and make the conditional formatting. So what you have done, okay, we have created what type of prompt I have created second time? Variable prompt. Means it is not associated to any particular value, and that is okay for this purpose only. Now these prompt variable values can also be used in this particular filter conditions. If you create any report, you can use them those variables anywhere in the report. Wherever you want, you can use them in anywhere in the report. You can use them here, you can use them here, you can. Sometimes people will ask you, if I select department number 10, example, I want to display department 20 value. Means always whatever I select, for that add 10 and display that value. So another simple example here. I have a department number. So now I am making it very simple. This is the department number, and this is this equal to this. Choice list is there. Okay, and always I will allow this guy to see only one value only. So you will let him, I will allow him only to select only one value at a time. Okay. So now I am selecting 20 data. But now what I want, if I select to 10, I want to see 20 data, means 10 plus 10 values. If I select 20 plus 30 what? 30. If I select 30, 30 plus 10 what? That. So whatever department number I select, for that add 10, I want to see. What is the real context? If I select one date, okay, I want to see last 2 days data. If I select today's date, I want to see last 2 days data. Normal question. I will select one particular day. I want to see that particular day and also before 2 days, whatever it is. So again, the same again, that is the date, maybe confuse you, but you can take whatever I am asking here, whatever I am asking the date, both are same almost. So if I select 10, I want to select 20, I want to see 20 data. So right now I select 20, it is already automatically showing 20 only. But if I select 20, I want to see only 30 data, means whatever value you select here, for that you make it by 10 and then put that as a condition. So what you can do, this is a normal report. Now I don't want the department number to take directly. Department number is equal to presentation variable. So when I say presentation variable, okay, what is that presentation variable? We have X. Department number will go to X. If I select X, I'm not selecting today. Right now it will take from variable, but variable value also 10. So you will not still see any difference. Still you will see, I'll select 10, okay, and apply, you will see 20 data. I have not kept any, I am using a variable, but your variable, whatever you select, that is nothing but your variable value. So that is as usual going. So what I will do now, I will make a slight change here. We know what is this coming, how presentation a variable will look. So I am just making this as a or before this I'll select, I'll show you different method and then I'll go there. So I'm just creating one column, extra column. In this column I'm writing a formula. I've selected 10. What is showing here? 20. I've selected 20. So now you know a way, take the presentation variable and then put some extra, whatever, add something or less than something, anything you can do. So now I know how the value is coming. Rather than using the presentation variable, I will use a scale expression and then say it didn't become looks like. Looks like it is not taking. Okay. I think there is some problem. Okay. So what you can try. Okay. So right now you can just try in your machines. Presentation variable X, if you just give it, it will be only taking the value. So now I am saying the SQL expression. So here at the rate is the presentation variable, the way how you can call it. Well, as a proof that it is taking the value, we already seen here. So whatever department number is there, so the same thing I want to use here, that's all. I think there is a error, actual problem in this one. See, it is taking 10 plus 10. That is wrong actually. Okay, so you can try your machine. Okay, I'll check any problem in this one. But this is how you write, or else in other way I can, what I can do, department number plus 10. As a simple alternate I am doing this. Ten means if I select 10, I want 20 data. Okay. If I select 10, I should go and match 10 plus 10. It will go. Okay, minus 10 I have to say. Okay, if I select 20, 30 data. So I just made a different way. The formula, it is taking as a character. You can try it out later because it is a number, it is a number. It should always take as a number only. So that is not working. If this is, here it is not working, then it is a problem. But if it is not working, it is a small problem that you can ignore it. So this way, mostly when you are working on variables, lot of the places you have to play around with the presentation variables. You take the value, there will be normal simple medium reports, you can take the value and then display, but there is a lot of requirements. People will ask you, I'll select one date. So example, people will ask you, create a dashboard. When I open this dashboard, always I want to see only last 2 days data only. Always I will pick up a current date here, and when I select current date, it should show me only last 2 days data. But I'll select 2 days date, but it will show only 2 days data. How can you make it? I am selecting what is today 14, but what is the data I want to see 13 and 14. So how can you make it? So order date is column is there. I will select 14 date, but I want to see 13 and 14 data. What should be done? Your order date is greater than or equal to your selected date minus 1. I'll select now a value. What will be the value in the prompt? Today is 14. I'll select a value 14. So what will be your prompt value? Huh? No, I'm created a prompt and I selected a value 14. What will be your prompt value? I'm selecting a value 14. I'm selecting that. What will be the value in the prompt? Huh? 14 only. Why are you thinking? Unless you make any changes, it will not be changed. I selected a 14, your value also will be 14. But what is the value I want? What are the dates I want? 13, 14. So what will be your filter? Means whenever I select a value, I want 13 and 14 means your filter. Let's say column is order date. Order date is greater than or equal to your selected date minus 1. So what is your selected date? Prompt value. How can I take the prompt value? There is a prompt value. How can I capture and then display? Or how can I use that prompt value? Huh? Variable. See, everything is in front of you. You are not understanding means you are not paying attention here. Your life is this, that's all. I'll tell you in a prompt, your life is this. There will not be any question. Very simple question. You will not understand in interview, you will take it in a different complex way. Very simple straight questions. Mostly you will get in a prompt only. Dashboards means prompts, that's all. Questions are from the prompts only. Nobody will ask you how to place a report, how to place a text. Prompts only. I have to develop a report. In the dashboard, if I select, I want to display last two values, or I want to give a range of the values. Mostly they comes from the variables here. Okay, so this is how you create your prompts and column prompts and then variable prompts. In addition to this, you will see something called image prompt, that is for the displaying image. So if you see in a internet sometimes, a world map will show. If you click in India, it will go states of all India. If you click on any other country, in that. So for that you need to create lot of image maps. So that forget about that unless there is a requirement. Means we have to, for every, let's say we have 40 departments. You have to link every map to one department. So and when you choose any prompt to be displayed as image prompt, caption image URL, means what are all images you have. So all those images you have to link. So when you select this image prompt, it will show that image. And when you click that image, say this is a 20, so it will go and display 20 related values. So image will be displayed, but backend for image, every image will keep a value. Okay, so that is what your image URL. So this you can make it out of scope. You can say, you say that I have not worked on, because you need to tell lot of things, image maps and image and a lot of, even nowadays we can also map these images to your Google Maps also you can. Sometimes in advanced reporting, people will ask, show Google image. So now I want to display one particular location, mandal revenue or one city revenue. People will go to Google Map and then explore here and there and then click on particular city. So I want to display that particular value. Still that is also possible with the image maps. So for that we need lot of some extra utilities, image map utilities from the Google. We can link it here. Image URLs saved under presentation services. And in case you are using Google Maps, you see this is asking about the image URL. Take the images from the Google. Now if it is directly internet, you can give internet link, HTTP. If it is local, file and all. So if it is coming from internet, you can give from internet. So this is the place where we will do image mapping. We need to add lot of things you have to do here. Just leave it. Images, you need to first add images. Okay, and background maps. For every background image, so you need to add the location actually, which location it is. Then this will be layers and you can add them. So this is basics about the dashboards and dashboard prompts. Mostly variables are important. Presentation variables are important here. So now I'll quickly take this agents actually, because pretty much you already know about agents. We all discussed everything in the last session. Go to videos. In every section when you go, how to place the restrictions, conditions, all we discuss here. Just refer the video. So what is agent? It is like a previously how to schedule a report. We already know how to schedule a report. How to schedule a report. A report is there. How to schedule? Scheduling means what? So when you create a report, when you save itself, here itself you can say, or after creation of the report, whenever you go to any browse, say, so these are all reports we have. Okay, if you forget and means by chance if you already created a report, if you want to schedule, click here and then come here, say schedule. Where it is coming? It is coming to one window. Just remember this window. What is coming? Agent. So both will be pointing to agents only. Okay. So here it is very simple. Scheduling or anything, either you go from there or you can go from there. But what are we doing here is, I want a report to run automatically in a given interval. And apart from this running, we can also do couple of other activities. That is called, in the older version, it used to called as iBots. Okay, and they can help. Okay, so I will create one report here first. What I am doing? Department number, put a filter. And this is the report I have saved with some agent condition. Okay, just leave it. You'll get some data like this. Department number and users. So I assume that right now America, but assume that 10 means America, 20 means something else, some sample data. So I have created it. So here schedule agent means it can help you to schedule a report automatically on a given time. Apart from that, you can also do something. So now I am selecting what is that. First I need to choose what is that report you want to execute. So if you see, there are a couple of tabs. One is general, schedule, condition, delivery, content, recipients. First I am going to select content, means what is that report you want to schedule. So what is that you want to run, or what is that you want to execute and see? Okay, this is a report. So you can make a dashboard or you can make an analysis. Dashboard means entire dashboard page, including what reports are there. Analysis means your report only. So select analysis. What is that? So I selected one report. Okay, then this report, okay, delivery content, okay, this is the report I want to send. In which format you want to send? I want to send it in a HTML format. Okay, or I want to display this report in a HTML format. So delivery. So delivery results directly or deliver as attachment. So this is applicable only when you are sending it through email. So this report I want to send to somebody through email. So whenever you are sending this, whenever you want to send a document to somebody, two options you have. One is paste it in the mail itself or attach as a document. Deliver results directly means it will paste the documents in the mail itself. As attachment means it will attach as attachment. And whenever you attach, you can say please some note also you can write. Okay, so this is a very basic. Okay, so now I have chosen what is that report I want to execute and what is that content I want to send. Now immediately you have to select whether this report you want to execute every time or any condition basis. Okay, so do not use any condition or use a condition, means I am selecting to run it. I will tell the time, what time, but every time you want to run any times, or do you want to check any other conditions also. So here I am going to select one. How do we give conditions in OBIEE? I think we don't have any condition here. Let me. Okay, if this report whatever is there, okay, if it returns at least one record, okay, then only execute this report, otherwise don't execute. Means condition to execute a report. I will ask it to run every day midnight 1 o'clock. Every time you want to run blindly, or do you want to any check either condition. So I have given this condition. Then whenever you give a condition, immediately it will ask you if at all this condition, so it will send only this content, only this condition satisfied, otherwise it will not run it. So every day you are asking to execute this report and send this report to somebody, but whenever the condition is not satisfied, this report will not go. So every day you are expecting a mail with some material, but suddenly one day it didn't come. Why it didn't come? The condition is not satisfied. Now you have two questions. One is whether the condition is not satisfied or your mail is some delay or there is a network failure. So you'll have two questions. So here, whenever deliver this message means whenever this condition is not satisfied, it will still send a message saying that means I am fine, OBIEE is running, but there is no data or your condition is answered. You will get some clarity. Means there is no data to be taken care today or to take any analysis for today. Okay, otherwise you will know whether it is coming, you will be keep waiting. Okay, and you will endless like you have to again ask somebody why it is not come, any problem or so this way your things will be clarified. Condition and content, then recipient. So you are asking to send it. Okay, but whom do you want to send? So you can choose who are all users you want to send, okay, by choosing all the users, or get the recipients from the analysis. You can select all the users directly here, or in case if you remember I have created one report. Sorry, let me choose and then go. Okay, I have selected one condition. In that condition report I have two columns, department number and this one. If at all you have a column in that report which will give you usernames, okay, and those usernames I can choose here itself. Let's say to whom you want to send. Okay, question comes, I want to send this content to dynamically today 1K, tomorrow 3, or day after tomorrow 1 lakh people. So I don't want to select the users type here. So you create one report. If you remember in the usage tracking, we discussed there will be one user table, or if you go to external table authentication, all the usernames will be there in that. So you try to create a report which gets the username from any one of the source, either external table or any place. If that username comes from that column, so OBIEE will take the usernames from this particular user. Okay, or you can ignore it, because right now web user America is not there, you can just leave it. Okay, then publish agent for. What is this publish means? Sometimes if you notice any emails, you will get some email. Okay, we are giving 30%, Big Bazaar are giving 40% discount. Then you will see a message. If you wish to receive this kind of emails going further, subscribe. Otherwise, don't. First time I am sending it. If you wish to receive this email continuously, subscribe. Otherwise, don't subscribe. So right now I don't know to whom all to send. So when you say subscribe, it will send it to everyone. Whenever next time if they subscribe, then only it will go to them. Otherwise, it will not go to. So that is called subscription. Okay, so recipient means to whom you want to send, content, condition, destination. Email, pager, where you want to send. If you use something else, you need to add the devices. I showed you in the administration page, adding extra devices. Okay, and you can also select cache seeding. I'll tell you what is the cache seeding. Okay, and home dashboard payments, it will come and display over here. And schedule what time you want to run. Okay, and I don't want to schedule, I want to run it only once. Okay, and what time you want. When you don't select schedule frequency, then it will be only one time. Otherwise, it will keep continuously run every time. Then save it. It ran successfully. Now if you notice immediately, I got some alert here. Means it is helping, means your report executed, the output came to my dashboard. But if you have chosen any other destinations, it will go there, email or anything. Okay, so now if I see, okay, this is the report. It's gone now. If I run it again, you can see. Means I am proving that it is running from here, but it will, you have chosen to go somewhere, it will automatically come. Also if I go here, anytime when you submit any agent or whenever any agent is running, so this request will go to job manager. That is the engine process similar to BI server. So this BI scheduler is responsible for taking care of running that. So right now only run, it is not like only running one time. You have to click it, and if I select run it every day 12 o'clock, I want a person who can check every day 12 o'clock when it is coming 12 o'clock and run it. So BI scheduler is the backend server is responsible for running your agents which have submitted. Okay, so that you can see here, anything running now, how many completed. So do you see anything here? Whatever agent I have created, if you remember, what is the name I have given? First agent. See, this agent, how many times it ran? If I go and run it again, you will just submit and leave it. But if you ask to schedule it every day 12 o'clock, you will not see anything here. If you come here, you can see just now completed. In case it is running, you can see everything, you can what it is going to happen. Okay, so every agent will become a job in the scheduler, and that you can watch, monitor here. Okay, and for that you need to connect. For every job is nothing but agent, and how many times it run. So if you schedule it to run every day at 12 o'clock, job you will see one, but every day it will show what time you want to run, what time you want to run. And in the same way, if you go to jobs, you can also create a new type of jobs. VB script, JavaScript, and Java and NQCMD. Means if you want to have any code to be executed on a regular interval, you can select and then you can execute that script here. If you select NQCMD, it is going to run NQCMD commands. I showed you what is that I showed you some place NQCMD command. What is that? Huh? Purging cache I showed you. Okay, NQCMD. Okay, purge cache, username, password, all that I have given. Okay, that entire NQCMD command you can take and paste here and ask to run every day your given time. So this will keep purging the cache. That NQCMD command you place here and it will keep running them, and whenever that runs, it purges the cache, and then you can give the time. What is the time? So this is one of the other way you can purge caches and you can run the NQCMD. So who is going to do it? It will be done by the other guy. So how do monitor scheduled agents? How can you troubleshoot your agents? What should be your answer? Job manager. It will show running, not running, failed, error, everything you can see. Apart from that, how can I run NQCMD commands? Job manager automatically. So that is what agent here. Now, when it comes to the general tab, you will see recipient and specified user. What is this? Why it is very important is, now I am running this report, and what is the username I have given? WebLogic. So it will run your report with WebLogic user only. So why user is important? In case you have any object or data level security implemented, if I run this report with WebLogic, your report will be executed for WebLogic data only. Let's say is a user underscore America. So when I execute this report, your report will be executed for user America only. If I run it user America, your data will be only user America. So if you just say recipient, okay, and if you say just say specified user, all a report completely will be executed with WebLogic only. But when you say recipient, how many recipients you have here? 5 recipients. So it will execute for five recipients. User America and your user Asia. So everybody will see their respective data only. That's why very important in a real situation is very important. If you select the specified user, it will run only with that particular user. Recipient means it will decide who are all the recipients, for them what has to come, what has to go, and it will show that particular data only, because data level, object level security is there here. Actions. So once you create any report, if you want to execute any other, sometimes they will ask you chain of agents. Means I have to run this agent, after that one more continuously. Okay. So you create all the agents and then say select your one more agent. So it will run this and then it will run this. Okay. If agent is successful, it will run. Otherwise false, whatever you want to run, you can run it. So all these things, so your agent. Maybe critical interview, this is one critical interview question. Okay. I want to send the users to different users and dynamically for different people. Remaining all common. Okay, so this is the agent, and I will stop for now. Okay, there are few simple things: KPI, watch list, and then publisher. Maybe we'll see after one. You go for lunch and come back. Going or will be here only. Maybe after 1.5 hours will take. You are here. We'll take this KPIs and then publisher. They are all not important. I will just quickly finish that. In the entire dashboard, prompt is very important. Remaining you don't spend. Prompt only you have to work on. Agent 2-3 things and then other normal.